Kicks MP. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win. There he is, man from Memphis to legend.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Tyler Herro.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Kyle Anderson, Tyler Herro out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5. And for the Celtics,
Here we go.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And through this.
Preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. NP comes in for Derek White. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. Nikola Jovic has checked in for the Heat. Something we talked about not too long ago was MP's mission to be the best of his rookie class. Really trying to distinguish himself.
Well, MP certainly is playing well, especially for a rookie. But I think he could be doing more to show he's truly elite. He'll have to continue that tireless work ethic to make that happen.
Over his career, we've seen Wiggins improve that three-point shooting game. Credit Andrew for putting in the work.
MP outside. 1:09 left here in the first quarter.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Burks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. They got some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
And here's MP for 3. It's good from long range.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Burks kicks to Anderson. Back to Burks. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
A three from MP. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Burks looking around. Pass to Wiggins. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Then it's MP. And it's Cornette in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And it's Rozier missing. Celtics leading by 8. Jaquez with the steal. It's Robinson high post. Back to Jaquez. Right wing. Anderson against White. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Cornette. So it's Boston now. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Here's Robinson, and he uses the glass on the way up. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Checked in for MP. Season still in its fledgling state, but enough basketball has been played to see how this year's rookie class is shaping up. A chance now to see. Changes here for the Celtics. Zinkas, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Jason Tatum comes in for Derek White. And MP subbed in for Pritchard. And a new group in for the Heat. Ware's checked in. Wiggins comes in for Jaime Jaquez. Alec Burks checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Hero subbed in for Rozier.
This gives you an idea of MP's potential. It shows the type of scorer he can become.
And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that.
Well, from this 15, 18-foot area, MP showing he can be effective. They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's the 3. Stolen away. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. On the top of the key. Good work there as it goes. Hero's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And savvy play by Hero, using the pull-up jumper to catch the defense off guard.
And here's MP for 3. MP showing the range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Boston Celtics. He nailed it from long range in that quarter. Winds up with a total of 4 3-pointers in the period. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And thank you for joining.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
That being said.
And next up, we have the award winners, our players of the month in the East and the West. In the West, Luka Doncic.
This isn't the first, and it will not be the last one of these awards for Luka Doncic. A master at getting his own shot, as well as creating for others. Simply.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew, with the second half.
And if you're just... And the Celtics making a change here. MP's checked in. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Heat. And when you think about Andrew Wiggins, championship-level defender for sure.
He can get in a guy's shirt without fouling him. He has the lateral movement to keep ball handlers in front of him. Really tough to do, especially in isolation.
On the court for the Heat, Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside, Hero. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hero's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Heat. And here's MP for 3. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
You like to see the young confidence from MP. Just fires right back with an answer of 3.
MP against Hero. Lets the 3 fly. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 6th rebound on the night. Nailed from three-point land. And now it's a 12-point Celtic lead. The Heat have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Wiggins. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Drops in the tray.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
Pass to Burks. .102 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hero to stop the run. Porzingis with the block.
Those long arms of Porzingis are a serious factor on defense.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. MP against Hero. The 3 from MP. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Hero against MP. Hero passes to Ware. And it's White with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. 12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Outside, Hero. Takes a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Hero's got 9 points now in the quarter.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And if they keep... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, big fella here with the... is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Horford and Porzingis are manning the post position. Then it's how good, another from 3.
He's scorching hot, another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Fires for 3. Rozier with the steal. The 15-footer. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The more of those mid-range jumpers Rozier hits, the more the passing lanes will open up for him.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Heat also with a sub. Hero and again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Pass to Hero. Oh, good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's MP for 3. And Rozier pulls it down. So Rozier will bring it up for the Heat. Hero with it. This one for 3. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Hero's got 12 points here in the second half. Porzingis finds MP. From downtown, connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
And another basket for Boston.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. He's checked in for the Celtics. White comes in for Drew Holiday. And a new group in for the Heat. Ware's checked in. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jaime Jaquez. Wiggins is checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Rozier. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Celtics leading by 20. White the pass to Popovich. Launches it. Good! Another from 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
15 threes for MP, passing that record from Klay Thompson back in 2018, an all-time performance. Boy, how lucky are we?
Oh, and a treat awaits us all as we get a chance now to hear from MP himself. Center court, Mike in hand.
Maker. Obviously, this isn't something you really prepared for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made the shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Said by MP. Bravo, MP, accepting this honor while staying focused. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hero kicks to Burks. On the wing, Wiggins. Anderson outside. Pass to Burks. Here's Hero. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Boston.
Look at the number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations. Got the ball to the guys with the best match and great ball movement.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Higgins outside. Burks on the wing. Latrey. Rebounded by Hauser. On offense, here are the Celtics. MP, that's for two. The rebound by Anderson. Pass to Wiggins. Throws it up high. Porzingis with the steal. Here's MP. Puts up a deep three. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
Listen, there's plenty more where that came from, Sabrina. Let's make it a doubleheader. Let's play two.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are going to want to make sure you don't do the same to them. How do you think they'll respond?
It's a challenge for sure, you know, but you just got to keep getting good looks and obviously stay hot all night. Teams, they're going to watch their film and try new things. But you just got to stay one step ahead. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right. Well, thanks so much. Congrats.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks.
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
I definitely felt in sync with my teammates, that's for sure. But the defense wasn't escorting me to open spots behind the line either. You know, it's never as easy as it looks from the stands or on TV. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
I hope my team and I break it the next time out, and the game after that, and the game after that.
You see this as a team record then?
Oh, 100%. I couldn't do it without my guys. You know, everything exists in that team context. Nobody's out there by themselves, Michelle.
You're the
Thank
best.
you.
MP.
One more question, MP.
Call the electrician because MP just shot
Lined
the
him up
lights
and
out.
knocked him down.
Man, that was
well
great.
as far as the team
You
chemistry
look
goes.
like Craig Hodges out there.
Just looked at my phone and MP made how many threes tonight? My guy is crazy.
Get ready to rumble, young blood. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Just a reminder, folks, make sure to be here for a figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot. Lucky the last dog.
Fans, we hope you'll come and join us for our training contest. The first 10,000 players to the arena will receive a training card back. Arrive early to the pantry and get inside by Lucky the Leprechaun and the Celtics Bears.
Oh, say does.
They say revenge is a dish that's best served cold. The good.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jrue Holiday.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past...
Checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Holiday. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
Setting the floor for Detroit. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. And it's Thompson in a small forward. And that one's good. Cunningham.
And look at the lack of hesitation. Cade gets the ball and is confident he can make the shot.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's MP, and the shot is good off the backboard.
I like MP's shot selection by just outstanding at understanding when to look to score.
Cunningham finds Duren. Thompson outside. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 8. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
I think they took tremendous satisfaction from that performance and ended up winning going away. So is it something they'll look to repeat tonight?
Harris passes to Cunningham. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Duren. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Duren's got 6.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
MP outside. Releases. The rebound by Detroit.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Celtics trail by 7. Tatum passes to MP. There's the triple. And again, Boston with the triple.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
Detroit has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Cunningham. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. MP outside. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 11.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Now here's Cunningham. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. And he banks in the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. He put together 10 points in the... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Peyton Pritchard is out there with MP. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. All right, let's get an update on Derek White. What's his status, Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Celtics head athletic trainer. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. It's tough losing a player like this near the halfway point of the season. They'll just have to find a way to replace his production until he comes back. Back to you guys.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel on the court, but in terms of strategy.
They set a pick. A little mid-range shot is up.
Boy, as good as he is on the offensive end, Jason Tatum showing he can be a factor defensively.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Schroeder. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. The 3 from Thompson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And here's MP from outside. Again, MP missing. For Detroit, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Outside Schroeder. The 3 is up. Hauser grabs the board. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Here's the three. Hardaway, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Kicks it out to MP. From downtown. And again, Boston with the triple.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Boston with some changes. Porzingis has checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Thompson. Ivy's checked in for Beasley. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Schroeder. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Holiday against Ivy. To end the drought. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Holiday. Celtics lead by 9. Tatum finds MP. Pulls up on the wing. Another one falls for Boston.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
Here's Cunningham. Cunningham takes the head and puts it in.
Oh, the slick handles of Cade Cunningham on full display.
And here's MP from outside. Duren with a rebound. Pistons trail by 9. The floater. Second shot opportunity. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Duren's got 8 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Thompson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And here's MP from outside. Knocks down the long J. MP's got 28 points for the game. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Here's Harris. The layup off target. Celtics lead by 10. From deep, MP. That shot off.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Ivy against Holiday. Here's Cunningham. And Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Sends it home from three-point land.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
Cunningham looking it over. Duren with a screen on MP. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back to the...
Both these guys have been monsters over the past few weeks.
Yeah, they've been lighting it up out there, Ernie. You love to have a month as hot as he is, Shaq.
Stop it, Kenny. Every month is hot for me. Doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Don't hog all the heat, Shaq. Spread it around, man.
No.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Celtics.
The defense should get a...
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for...
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback. Switches for Boston. Houston. Al Horford's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Hauser comes in for Tatum. And MP subbed in for Holiday. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Stewart, he's checked in for Harris. Beasley comes in for Thompson. Hardaway's checked in for Ivy. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cunningham.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. We've got Isaiah Stewart. Tim Hardaway is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Schroeder outside. Horford pulls it in. And this is where they've struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run. Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Hardaway. And that one is hammered home.
Well, you want to be able, as a scorer, to put it on the deck to create your shot. Go ahead, Mr. Hardaway. We see you getting off the bounce.
And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
The 3 ball. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Boston Celtics up 25. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch. As we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Peyton Pritchard is out there with MP. And it's Hauser in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Schroeder passes to Stewart. It's Beasley on the wing. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
From deep, MP connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Hardaway with it, pulls it. Outside Schroeder, lets it go from deep. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And here's MP from outside. And again for 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for 2nd for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Pass to Stewart. Here's Beasley to the left wing. Here's Schroeder. Boston pulls it in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Lets the 3 fly. Connects again from distance.
And with that make, he stands alone with the 2nd most triples in a game.
Well, you got to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going. Raining down the 3s. Beasley for 3. Connects from downtown.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Oh, another one falls.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Now Schroeder. Pass to Stewart. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter here. Beasley misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pritchard, the pass to MP. From outside the arc. Good. Another from three.
There it is. A shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. Pass to Beasley. The shot no good. Nice D from Tatum. Boston on offense. They're on an 18-5 run.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Celtics.
Connects again from distance.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. Pass to Klintman. Now here's Schroeder. The three. Puts up a three. Klintman misses. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
And here's MP from outside. Rebounded by Klintman. And the Pistons with possession here. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Tatum. Oh, got that one up quick.
Boy, Hardaway Jr. off the bounce, the rise and fire. That's pretty.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Another one goes. Incredible.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time.
Yeah, when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbed.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic.
For MP to have a game like that in his rookie year, that's a special accomplishment. He can already score with the best of them.
Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. You ready to give these fans what they paid for? AMP. It's your world. We just living.
telling us in the minute to be enjoyable and listening. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Celtics along with your issue and seek location to 55555. A member of our operations team will respond immediately.
Up next, the Bucks taking on the Celtics. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sidelines. And checking out some numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And, guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. The whistle blows. You have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Kevin Porter is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Green, and it's Sims in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's Lillard missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And here's MP for three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. It looked to me to be a bit sluggish.
Porter passes to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Really good in the playmaking role. Porter Jr. with the right read in the two-man game there.
And here's MP for three. Drills it from outside. MP's got his third basket of the night.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Porter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. A shot by Sims, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, all always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
MP has been leading the charge for the Celtics. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We'll take a quick break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Tatum and Horford man the post position. Then it's MP. And it's Shireman in at the two-guard spot. That's the Boston Five. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Fires the three. Milwaukee with the rebound. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
You can see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
Sometimes we've seen it happen where a team that's supposed to be the underdog gets the game into OT, and then the momentum swings their way.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D was shell shock.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Antetokounmpo powers through inside. Giannis.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pass to MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Three-pointer. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that orange. What a night he's had.
Antetokounmpo passes to Rollins. Giannis a screen on MP. Over MP. Rollins with the bucket. Rollins got his first 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to talk to his guys. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Teams deciding to change it up. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Yep. Dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Celtics out in front, opening up a huge gap. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Boston Celtics.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes. And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the Second. The Celtics making a change here. MV's checked in. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. And it's Kuzma, and at the three, the small forward.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Lillard scanning the floor. And again, the Bucks miss.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. MP against Trent. MP, that's for two. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his fourth rebound in this one. Kuzma kicks to Lillard. His three-pointer's off the mark.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Up top, Tatum. Guarded by Kuzma. The three from MP. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kuzma outside. And the foul called on MP. That's his... First foul. So both teams changing it up here.
Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
And 1:01 left in the third. Antetokounmpo finds Trent. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
On the wing, MP. And again for three. His 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now here's Porter. He's tightly guarded. .27 seconds left to play here in the third. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. The three from MP. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Lillard with no one around. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got MP, and it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sand.
And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets.
Handling the ball like a guard, Giannis has become very proficient at doing damage with the pass.
The 3 from MP. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Porter kicks to Green. From outside the arc. And that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Boston's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. The 3 from MP. Good. Another from 3.
He is unstoppable here. Hits again from beyond the arc.
What a historic night for him. Shooting the ball, he now stands GA by himself for 3rd place in most threes all time. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek freak.
Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more.
And again for 3.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the 2nd most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now, here's Trent. Floats it up for Giannis.
It's been Giannis's night. His points have come in a variety of ways, and as usual, he has been relentless.
The 3 from MP. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Rally is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Lillard misses.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started.
Good, another from 3.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. And it's Lillard missing.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's
good. He hits again.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time.
And when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it. I mean, this has been a game for the ages. We're sitting here marveling at MP, and who knows if this franchise record will ever be broken.
And that one's good. MP.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And the basket by Lillard.
Coming right back at him. You got to love the competitive fire from Damian Lillard.
The three from MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Shot from 12. Here's Yacht. Oh, wow, man.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the...
And what a moment it is for him and for this fan base. Setting the scoring record for a game. He deserves to soak it all in.
So many great players have donned this jersey, but he's on top of them all.
Substitutions for the Celtics. Xavier Tillman, Walsh.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never...
This man really almost scored more points than Kobe. Unreal. Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me?
Oh my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
everybody. I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.
game time, MP. You ready to put that work in? MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragon.
The National Basketball Association and the Boston Celtics are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any protective behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, taking the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject.
Oh, say does that.
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jrue Holiday.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. And for Boston, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Jrue Holiday out there with MP. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Approaching the midway point of the season now, Grant, how much do players want to be named an all-star?
You know, B.A., I'd say for the young guys and for guys in their twilight years, too, it means a lot. But for the guys that have done it a few times before, you know, sometimes that weekend off is a nice reset button.
And you look at this rookie class, MP continues to scratch and claw, trying to cement his place as one of the best and brightest.
In terms of rookies, MP is up there in talent, and we've seen flashes of it. I think he's had a good year. I wouldn't call it great quite yet. There's some room for improvement for MP. But honestly, guys, that's all rookies at this point of their careers.
Bane, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, if you overplay Bane on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
And here's MP from outside. Memphis with a rebound. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Buries it from 3. MP's got 6 points.
A very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Pass to Wells. Jacks up a 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
From deep, MP drops in the 3. He's got 9.
Yeah, just making the shot look easy. MP certainly has put some work into his shooting motion.
Here's Edey. Outside Bane. Here's Wells. Defended by Brown. Kicks it out to Bane. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Memphis missing.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Drills it from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at Memphis, they're still trying to get something started this year, currently at the bottom of the conference. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Bane. They need this. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Well, if you went into the lab and created the perfect wing, it might be Desmond Bane, Coach.
Well, Brian, this guy's so strong. He can guard bigger guys, and his three-point numbers are crazy. Desmond Bane, well over a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And it's Morant with the ball for Memphis. Trailing by 8. Pass to Edey. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. From deep, MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
A minute and a half left in the first quarter here. Morant against Holiday. Outside Bane. Over MP. No good. A bit long that time. Celtics lead by 11. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
And we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.
Allie, thank you. That one falls.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
Now here's MP. Turned in an outstanding game against Milwaukee. Fires for 3. Sinks it from distance. MP's got 21 points in the game.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Morant. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. From deep, MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Holiday against Morant. Misses from close range. MP outside. Puts up a deep 3. No luck on that one. MP getting it done for the Celtics. He put up a jaw-dropping number of three-pointers. An exceptional single-quarter performance. And don't go far. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early...
Taking a switch here.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
By 13. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades. Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Inside. Here's Bane. Holiday grabs the miss. Boston leading by 14. From deep, MP. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And stolen by Porzingis. And here's MP from outside. Knocks it down from distance. MP's got 33.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's MP from outside. Unable to get that one. Grizzlies trail by 18. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Clark finds Morant. Pass to Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wells. Three-pointer. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep, MP. Memphis with a rebound.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Here's Bane. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Bane with the hops.
And so MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And they've been one of the more exciting teams in the league this year, besting most of their opponents by a healthy margin.
Yeah, not many close games for them this year. When they win big. That kind of dominance has made them feared by the rest of the league.
Pass to Bane. This one for 3. With a rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot. As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And here's Morant. Last game with 30. Outside Bane. Launches it. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. We'll be right back with you shortly.
And hello, everybody.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shaq University either. I do know.
All right, guys, let's move on and see the latest. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do...
Connects again from distance.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Here's Bane. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from 3.
It has been raining threes for him. Alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit?
Well, when Bane gets going, he can be a problem for defenses. He'll become a real force on the offensive end.
And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
You look at MP, he occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated. It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
From deep. Connects again from distance.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Fires the 3. Bane, no good. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. And one thing you can stand again for 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for 3rd most threes in a single game.
Boy, he's been locked in, and it's been for him all game long. What a shooting performance. From deep, Morant. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. From deep, MP connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for 2nd for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. To end the run, will not go. Misses off the front iron.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Good! Another from 3.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new 2nd place mark for most single game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance.
Well, the threat of Ja scoring really opens up the opportunity for assists.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pure from three-point range. Bane's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Takes the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And here's Boston. They're on a 15-5 run. MP way outside. Again, the miss by Boston. The Grizzlies shooting 42% in this third quarter. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Jackson's got 6 points.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
And again for 3.
Oh, my. He is scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Morant looking around. Let's go with a 3. That one no good. And so it's MP making things happen for Boston. He added to his astounding total of 3-pointers in this quarter. He may never have another night like this. We'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision. should. Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
MP's checked in for Boston. We've got Al Horford. MP is out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5. From deep, MP. Again, the miss by Boston. Grizzlies trail by 21. Bane, the pass to Morant. Misses in close. There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. And here's MP from outside. Hits yet again. Wow!
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Morant, the pass to Bane. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
A deep 3 from MP. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 7 tonight.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And here's MP from outside. Dives for it. Memphis with a rebound. A minute 4 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. From 13. And it's Cornett with a rebound. And here's MP from outside. Connects again from distance.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. Fires from deep. Good. Another from 3.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on.
Hi, Nick.
Taking it to another level, though. Oh, connects again.
GG.
Unreal.
Hey, man.
Nigga. Nigga.
Like, call me. Okay.
Nigger. Nigger.
He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s.
And yes, another basket.
And that ties him for 3rd all-time scoring for a single game. What a remarkable night.
Boy, a game not to be forgotten. He has put on a show.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
And Morant drops them both. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
nutrition because MP just shot the lights out.
told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at.
Does that mean that you finally got me a shoe deal?
What? Come on, man. I ain't just get you one shoe deal. I got you 6.
Yeah, stop playing. What you mean?
All these people right here want to sign you. Okay, and they're more than happy to come to terms with us. All you got to do is tell me which one you want to go with, and we golden.
Bro.
Great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid to wear sneakers, man. This is the kind of thing that we dreamed about back in Plainview, man.
And this is just the start, okay? Look at the names on the spreadsheet. These are all the companies you can work with if you keep going the way you're going.
Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work, bro.
Come on, man. That's what you pay me for. This ain't no charity. I'm here to help you maximize your brand. Nothing left on the table.
Hey, respect, man.
Hey.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
this
no
is
doubt.
major, man.
No doubt.
All right.
Yo, MP, let's go.
We know MP came ready to play.
The National Basketball Association and the Boston Celtics are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court or interrupting play. At the shooting guard, at 6'3", number 13, MD.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout. Here we go. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. And it's Duren in at the center position.
And Duren has that length to corral anything around the basket.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. And here's MP for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Now, you may have heard MP just signed his first shoe deal. Certainly a big moment for him.
And he's joined the Nike family and will be the next icon in their rich athletic tradition. As a lifetime fan, this fits MP well, and so will the shoes he wears on the court.
And the Celtics with possession here after the basket by Detroit. Oh, good on the triple. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Great 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Sinks the three-pointer. MP's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Celtics.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Holiday against Cunningham. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there's the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with foul. For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent. Looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
That one misses. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Here's Ivey following the basket by MP. Now, here's Ivey. He had 15 points last outing. MP, that's for 2. Rebound, Detroit. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific connects again from distance.
Well, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league, for all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
You know, he's worked on his craft and improved in a short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touch as we've seen from deep guys, but that's definitely not the only way he can score. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Horford comes in for Tatum. Here. MP's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Knocked away. Stolen by Holiday. On the court for the Pistons. Inside for him, it's Harris and Durant. The backcourt there will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And here's MP for 3. MP attacking the open floor.
MP using those young sticks to get ahead of everybody for the score.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. MP with it, picked up by Harris. A nice shot by MP.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Ivy. Good D by Holiday. Boston's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. MP, good.
Hard to intimidate MP. He's going to take on the defense inside.
Pistons trail by 4. Here's Cunningham to end the run. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. MP deciding where to go with it. Shoots the 3. MP, the triple is down the hatch.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Cornette, he's checked in for Al Horford. Detroit with the ball. 7-point differential. Porzingis with the block.
That's a forgotten skill as Porzingis able to get up there and throw that one away. He's finished top 10 in blocks a couple of times.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Celtics on D.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the shot. Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. A 3 from MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Jacks up a three. Cunningham's shot is off. And here is MP. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now it's a 10-point Celtic lead. And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break with a 10-point lead. And the three-point shot has been big for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Their measurement of the shot. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Welcome.
And you know, for that matchup with the Wizards, they've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an upset here. I'm going the other way. I think they take care of business. And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Boston Celtics. Thanks for joining us. Now,
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. MV out there with Holiday, and it's Brown in at the 3. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision-making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other is going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, DA, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. The shot by Thompson, no good. Celtics leading by 8. And out of bounds, the Pistons. Will take it. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Denver. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Seeing where the Celtics are. They're rolling, and we expected that. Lots of talent. The chemistry is there, and so is the unrivaled production.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
You take a look at Thompson. His athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
And here's Cunningham following the three-pointer by MP. Pass to Thompson. Back to Duren. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ivy. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
MP, good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They need this. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 14 points again thanks to the basket from Ivy.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Good.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Detroit's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. The 3. Drills the three-pointer. Tatum's got 7.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Celtics second.
They've been playing great lockdown.
Here for the Pistons. Tobias Harris is checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in. For Hardaway. Ivy's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And here's MP for 3. Connects from three-point range. MP's got 40 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
On the court for the Pistons, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. The 3 from MP. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Boston leading by 21. beyond the arc. And again for three.
And defenses around the NBA have to deal with his three-point marksmanship. And he's already proven in his rookie campaign there's very little you can do now.
It has been a lot of fun, hasn't it, to watch him expand his skill set this season. And lo and behold, he now holds the 4th spot all-time for three-pointers in a rookie campaign. To me, that is amazing. Celtics have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter. Really getting it done. Connects again from distance.
Well, as the three-point bombs keep raining down, he's just moved up one more rung on the all-time list for three-pointers in a rookie season.
The three-point prowess is evident. Such a huge addition to this team. Duren, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. 15 points in a row, a good run right now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And there's the bucket from MP.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Offensive rebound. Cunningham's shot is off. Cunningham against MP. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game.
This man really almost scored more points than Kobe. Unreal. Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work. MP, you're about to go off. MP.
Up next, the Celtics taking on the Cavaliers. For the Celtics, it's a battle between teams with championship DNA. They'll have the home crowd behind them in what is sure to be a clash of the Titans. Cavs, Celtics, up next, right after this. Hello and welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jason Tatum.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Here are the five for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Javonte Green out there with Darius Garland. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Drew Holiday out there with MP. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Well, at this point of the season, Richard, we're starting to get an idea of who the... And again for three!
Well, with the way he's been shooting from distance, I can't say I'm surprised that he's now number 2 all-time in three-pointers made during a rookie season. I mean, he has been impressive.
Well, we're talking about some of the best shooters we've ever had in the NBA. I don't think it's an understatement to say we could be witnessing a generational talent. Now here's Holiday. Pass to MP. Takes a three. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. MP's got 6 points.
Quick decision-making by MP. I love how confident he looked taking that shot.
Here's Green. Tatum pulls it in. Boston's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. MP against Mobley. From the arc. Again, MP missing. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Cleveland. 6-point game. RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state-of-the-art, and it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
A nice shot by MP.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside, Green. Rebounded by the Celtics. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now here's Hunter. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Tatum against Garland. And here's MP from outside. Hunter with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
A nice shot by MP.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Cavaliers trail by 10. Outside, Green. Back to Garland. Mobley, a screen on Holiday. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
Now here's Allen. No points yet. Left side, Garland. Shot clock at 5. Over Holiday. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to... together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Allen with a screen on Holiday to the paint. Can they get it? And it's Allen who slams it home.
For a big, Allen is so fluid, setting a pick and then gracefully rolling into position.
MP, that one's good.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Now here's Mobley. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Hunter finds Mobley. Now here's Green. Here's Garland. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Quick release jumper from Garland there, showing how fast he can get rid of it.
And here's MP from outside. And the Celtics another 3.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And here's Hunter. Outside Garland for 3. The shot misses. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Boston out in front. They lead by 18. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Celtics?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been.
here for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Thompson. Evan Mobley comes in for Wade. Hunter's checked in for Strus. And Green is subbed in for Darius Garland. Here's Mobley. Still no points. There's 1:54 left in the second quarter. Here's Jerome. And Porzingis with the block.
Big-time rejection from Porzingis. You must be careful trying to shoot when he's lurking nearby.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He picked up 54 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Allen inside, defended by Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Jerome, no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Hits the trifecta. MP's got 33.
Nice shot by MP. Great touch from outside.
Cleveland calls timeout. He's checked in for Boston. 44 seconds left to play in the half. Here's Jerome, covered by MP. Looking to end the run. Count it. His fourth bucket at 8 shots.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
The three. And MP good for 3. MP's got 36 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Jerome. He's got 10. The 11-footer, and he connects with a jumper. Jerome's got 12 points. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Boston out in front, just dominating this one. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You look at the Celtics. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with the big fella.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Celtics.
They've been great.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he really outdid himself in that first half. Stepped up and gave them a big lift.
And I like that they had the confidence in him to keep calling his number.
Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
So for Cleveland right now, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Javonte Green out there with Darius Garland. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Mobley outside. Pass to Green. Mobley deciding where to go with it. Garland for 3. Boston pulls it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
Allen, the pass to Garland. Clock at 6. Crafty move. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
And when Porzingis can be a 3rd option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a 2nd option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
That one's off. And the 2024 NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. RJ capturing banner number 18.
Yeah, the most titles in NBA history, breaking that tie that they had with the Lakers. And trust me, that one stings a little bit for them. Somehow they're going to have to make room for another one of those banners up in the rafters.
And the second free throw is good. And Grant, for the Cavs to take that next step in terms of contending, what do you think has to happen?
Well, number one, enhancing their ability to put pressure on the rim. When you look at their rate of free throws and offensive rebounds, there is big room for improvement.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Garland. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
From deep, MP connects again from distance.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in for him.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the 4th most threes in a single game. Garland finds Allen. Back to Garland. There's the 3. Drains the triple. Garland's got 7 points.
Hitting them right back. Garland fires off the 3-point answer.
From deep, MP. Again! What an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Green, the pass to Hunter. Allen outside. Back to Hunter. The shot, no good. Brown with some nice D. Here's MP. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now. You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that...
Good! Another from 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. From deep, Mobley. Rebound, Boston.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's MP from outside. Connects again from distance.
It has been raining threes for him. Alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit?
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
And got it! Another basket!
Another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He's one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. I don't think you can make an argument against that. And he lobs it up, and it's hammered home by Green.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. From deep, MP. Jerome grabs the miss. From deep, MP. Tries yet again. Cornette. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
And so it's Boston destroying the competition as they end the quarter with a colossal 40-point lead. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Celtics making a change here. MP's checked in. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Thompson. Evan Mobley comes in for Tyson. Hunter's checked in for Strus. And Green is subbed in for Jerome. MP is out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Luke Cornette. Then there's Al Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. That's the Boston 5. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 14 here in the 4th from the floor. And again for 3.
He is unstoppable. Completely dialed in from distance.
What an historic night shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for 3rd place in most threes in a game.
Yeah, Garland is good at finding his guys out there. He's selfless with the ball.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and
Yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play. Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Outside, Green. Here's Garland. And a missed layup. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. We've got a 9-second difference between... Good! Another from three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. Garland. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Been a scorer since entering into the league. Garland drawing lots of attention.
Shooting for Cleveland, Darius Garland, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Pritchard. On the wing, MP. Green covering. From deep, MP. Connects again from distance.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new second-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special. Loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the end.
This man really almost scored more points than Kobe. Unreal.
I'm planning a beach trip next week.
Never a bad decision. What's your go-to activity?
You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But
not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too. But like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
Look, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but
I don't understand what the problem is. We're winning games. Isn't that what's most important?
We're winning games now, in the regular season. But we're going to need him down the line, not just in the playoffs, but in the years to come. And if he feels like his talents are being wasted, he's going to want out. We could lose him.
And it's throwing off chemistry in the locker room.
I get that. But what's more important to him? Winning games or usage rate?
It's not that simple, MP. Everyone's got an ego, right? And quite frankly, he earned his.
He has done a lot for this organization, and we are just trying to do right by him. How would you feel if the tables were turned?
Look, I'll do what I can, but at the end of the day, he's his own man and he can make his own decisions.
We understand that. But we have some reasonable requests that we think you're going to be okay with.
All right, look, I'll give him my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket for him, too.
All we ask is that you try. It's in the best interest of the organization, MP.
We need you to be a team player.
Good game, MP. Best outside shooting rookie ever. Sign of great things ahead. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
Get ready to light it up tonight.